For people that haven't heard it yet, first of all, I recommend people go check it out because it's phenomenal. Second of all, it has a really cool vibe to it, man, in the sense that you kind of have this vintage feel. I know that you're 23 years old, right? Unless your bio's inaccurate.
Bio's inaccurate.
It's like you write it once and then you forget about it. That's at least my story. So like I think I'm 3 years younger than my bio at the moment.
I'm two. I think that bio is from my website, and I don't know how to update it. Honestly, I think I have access to it anymore. So we're gonna we're gonna work on that.
Dude, well, you're 23 forever, man.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take it.
That is too funny. Yeah. Oh, I relate to that because I actually just recently changed my bio on my YouTube description maybe 3 days ago, and I
know how it goes. I got to stay on top of a lot of things. I'll throw that on the docket, though.
But you know what though? That's the least of what. So what if people care that you're 23 or 25? Like it's the least of the issues.
There's
right?
worse problems to have for sure. I feel like.
Being a 25-year-old, your music has this very vintage feel to it. Let me see if I could, because I'm always curious if people can kind of put my music in a box and what they feel my music is. So let me try this for you, and I would love to hear if you think I'm dead wrong or totally correct.
Absolutely, let's do it. It sounds fun.
And please don't take offense if I'm totally wrong.
No offense. No, you're good. You're good.
So it's unique in the sense that it has this almost middle American vintage grunge to it, almost like Johnny Cash, kind of really acoustic, but also kind of like in the music video, the vibe I was getting in the music video was like Southern California, middle America, motel room, kind of like you're on the run, right?
Absolutely.
The music video I was just watching of yours, which is phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you so much. That was so much fun to film. So that one, it's funny you bring that up. In terms of genre or style, if you listen to some of my older music, when I first started producing, there's a lot of different stuff going on. I was doing like indie pop rock, like when I first started recording and produce. Essentially what happened was that I've never actually written music like that until Save Me was the first song that I written kind of with that style, almost like a outlaw country pop.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the only reason I did that was when I started TikTok. To back it up a little bit, I write a new song every day. That's like my thing. Since I produce my own music as well, it opens up the opportunity so I can just go and like get everything out.
Let me pause you really quick on that. I want to hear the rest of that. But when you say, I'm always curious about people's perspective on this. When you say you write a song a day, 2 verses and a chord, like, or is it just a 1 minute thing, or like, what does that mean to you?
It can mean a couple different things. So at the very, very least, I start a process, and at the very least, it's a verse and a chorus. But if I feel something that I'm into, like for instance, Psycho, that got done from start to finish in like 8 hours. Like from having no idea to like being like, oh, I actually really like this. I'm going to flush the whole thing out just so I'm a very big procrastinator. Like most of the time, like because I write something every day, a lot of stuff doesn't get posted because, if you write it and you don't love it, in my case, I'm just like, oh, well, we'll see what happens with it. And a lot of times that ends up being nothing. But, then again, I use TikTok almost like a focus group. So if people are like, hey, we like this, it raises his hand. I'm like, we're good. This is something I can invest my time into that my audience is going to really like enjoy. So then, we'll take it from there. So a lot of times what happens is I'll do a verse and a chorus at the very least and, throw it up there. And if it doesn't really respond super well, I can go, okay, well, we'll try again tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I'm sorry, going back to your thing, the reason why that genre became something that I started working on and investing a little more time into is purely because of audience engagement. When I first wrote Save Me, I think you can even see it in the video. I wrote a little section just like, hey, I'm sorry, I've been gone for a little while. I'm trying out new genres. And so I don't remember what it was, but I was at my parents' house visiting, and my dad bought a new acoustic guitar, and I was just like playing around with it. And I'm like, yeah, I want to learn how to, riff on the pentatonic scale in this kind of like way. So I was doing that, came up with the idea, immediately tracked it, threw it up on TikTok, and then that became like one of my best performing videos at that point. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, if it works, like, let's keep going. And then came Dream.wave, and then, came more songs in that style just purely because my audience enjoyed it. So that's also like my plan in the future as well. I love all different genres of music. I'm kind of like a jazz pianist first and foremost. Yeah. So that there's a lot of different avenues to take. So my plan is I'm just going to keep seeing what I can do. And if the audience and, fans or whatever are like, hey, we want to hear more of this, we'll take it step by step. So nothing's really planned in like terms of like, yeah, I want to write another like outlaw / blues / country song, but it's a lot of fun, and it's something that I never really did before the song Saved Me. So yeah, that's kind of just how I'm doing things right now.